Hello? Hey, Robert Cole. All right, I'm ready. I'll be there. So this is it. Last day before we departure to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Mayweather's mansion. Kind of excited. Been waiting for this day for a while now. I started boxing at the age of 11 years old. I've been boxing ever since. I think about it every day. I have about 40-something amateur fights. I've been to nationals 3 times. I won 3 out of 5 Golden Gloves.
Motherfucker hit me like that like 4 or 5 times.
Y'all, all y'all boys on the show, y'all better be ready because I'm gonna bring it. And if you hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. So you don't think you're gonna hit me and I ain't gonna hit you back. I had kids at a very young age. They made me mature much faster, and I love them to death. But it's kind of hard to box and work and go to school and do everything that you need to do while having kids. But here I am, I'm doing it. So, and my kids, they really look up to me, and hopefully one day I can become a world champion to show them that hard work pays off and dedication pays off. So hard work and dedication does pay off. When I first was picked for the show, I was really like excited, and I was telling everybody. So we're here now, and it feels like kind of like a dream come true, you know, because I've idolized Mayweather it's been my idol for a long time now. He's my favorite boxer out of all of them. He's the best to me, the best ever, really. And being trained by his dad is going to be a feeling that I'm never going to forget. I can't imagine the first time that I get to train with Mayweather's father. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Hopefully, I'm able to perform the same, you know, and the excitement doesn't get to me. But I'll be ready. I'll be ready, mentally and physically ready to do whatever it takes to be chosen. I'm going to do it for my kids that look up to me, for my mom, my dad that's been behind me, for all my friends, for everybody that's helped me out. You know, this is for them. And everybody that believed in me, this is for them. Because I spent a lot of time on this, and it's time to make something of it. So let's do this. Okay. When I first started boxing, I had a particular coach that helped me out a lot. His name was Derek Howard. He took me to several boxing matches, and he took me to a couple of Golden Gloves. I won both of them. No, he took me to 1 Golden Glove. I won that one. And it was the gym that I went to. I mean, of course, it's like volunteer work, and he was going through a lot of stuff, and he was trying to better himself by going to school, and of course he had to work to provide for his family. So he taught me a lot, and he spent a lot of time in there in the gym with me. And but he had to leave because of that. So I kept training. I trained myself for almost a year, and I was just so dedicated to it, and I just fell in love with the sport. And I was just there in summer and the winter, and we didn't have heater or AC in there, so it was just a building. And when it was cold, and when it was hot, it was hot. And it's Texas, so it gets really hot. And I was there day in, night out. I would get there after school, and I would leave around 7-something. I would stay there the whole time and just train. And this guy named Milton Ramos, he seen me training there, and he had a son, Milton Ramos Jr., who also trained there, and he seen, I guess, just my dedication. And he came up to me one day, and he was like, would you like to come train with us? And I was like, yeah. So we started training at this other gym. While he was building his gym, he built his own gym. We moved there. He took me to Golden Gloves about 3 or 4 more times. And I was robbed the last 2 times. And he also took me to nationals. The first time I was defeated by Jesse Vargas. I think he signed on with Mayweather Jr. right now. I lost to him in the first bout. I was 15 years old. He was 16. He won the whole thing. And then the next year, the following year, I went back when I was 16. I fought a guy from, I think it was New Mexico, and I beat him. And then I fought another guy from Arizona, and I beat him. And then I faced, I think his name was Highline Williams out of Houston, Texas, in the finals. I mean, the semifinals. He beat me. He appointed me. And then I tried to go back to my hometown. I came back, and I guess I just got tired of getting, all the training and stuff. And, I had been doing it since a young age, and it was harder for me, to come out of a small town that we didn't have that many connections or that many fights here, and we always had to drive to the bigger cities. And, it took other people's money. I was younger, and it took other people's money to, provide, a way for us to get there. And I just got tired of it, tired of psychologically and, physically, and training all that time. And then you get robbed, you get overlooked by someone who has a bigger name than you, and you lose. So I stopped boxing, and I came back into the boxing when I stopped boxing when I was about 17, and I started boxing again when I was about 19. And that was probably the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, is get back in shape, because I went up to 185 pounds, and I was about 130 when I quit. So that was like 50-pound gain, and all my muscle went away. I was working and going to school, going to a trade school for AC and HVAC, to get my HVAC license. And I was working a lot of overtime, so I didn't make time for me to train. And when I came back, that was the hardest thing I had to do. I had to actually start running half a mile, and then I would upgrade to a mile, and then a mile and a half, and 2 miles, and then I just kept on until the most I ran so far was 9.22 miles or something like that. So here I am now. Anything you can do. I mean, you're human. Everybody's human. You put your dedication to it, your time into it, you put hard work into it. I mean, that mixture is just dangerous, nothing but positive things are gonna come out of that. So for all of you sitting at home watching this, your dream can come true. You just have to put your time and dedication into it, and just hope for the best. So I was looking around town, and I went back to the place where I started, at the Waco Boxing Club, and I started training there. And I met a guy. His name was Glenn. Called him Coach Glenn. He's been training with me ever since I've gone back, which was maybe like 7 or 8 months now. And it tripped me out, because when I first started training with him, he asked if, when I first started training there, he saw me, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want to hit the mitts?" And I said, "Yeah." So I started hitting the mitts, and I got in the ring, and he was mimicking Mayweather's dad's style of mitts, and it was kind of weird to me. It was new, but I've always wanted to learn that kind of style, because it works on your reaction time. And in boxing, it's all about reacting. When somebody throws a punch at you, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and take it? Or are you going to move and bang them up, or, block it and hit them? That's really what the style is all about. And I really liked it. I've seen a lot of improvement in my boxing after I've started with him, started training with him, and he's helped me out a lot, and he spends a lot of time with me, and I'm just thankful to have people like him, there for me, teaching me how to box.